Thokozani Bonabakhulu. Grand greetings, abundant blessings to us all. I go by Baba Lex. Welcome back to the channel. It is a moon day evening, full moon, they say in Cancer. And this is the topic tonight, shadow work. What is shadow work? When is shadow work? How is shadow work? Where is shadow work? Whom is shadow work? Spiritual community, apparently it's a buzzword. For those of you who are taking yourself and yourself seriously in terms of self-development, I am the author of the Law of Attunement Teachings, Book 1. Pre-order for that book is now available. Please stick around if you want to know more. Also, if you those who are regulars, take out your pens and pads. But first, housekeeping. Let us know where you're tuning in from. For those of you who are not acquainted with who I am, please check the description down there. If you are live, please shout out where you're from. Okay? I'm out of Johannesburg, South Africa. 𝙃𝙚𝙡𝙗𝙖. Alright? I'm a holistic health coach, as well as an initiated isiZulu Sangoma. It's for my international clients or my international subscribers, okay, followers. That's a medicine man. I mean, besides a medicine man, you can call it a shaman, you can call it whatever you want. You know, we deal with natural herbs, nature outside. I'm also a liquid alchemist. I'm currently fasted, all right? Every month on the full moon, I take 13 beings through a fasting container over the full moon, as we are in the full moon right now. Today, the full moon reaches its apex. So for those of you in Johannesburg, right now it's just after 9. Go and look at that moon. Tell me what you see. Tell me what you see. I also created the 72-hour water-only full moon fast. The reason being is because that moon interacts with waters. That moon push-pull tides. With such a thing, picture yourself and your cells, an empty vessel, okay? As my inspiration, Bruce Lee, be water, my friend. You pour water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You pour water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You pour water into a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now you can either flow or you can crash. Be water, my friend. So now Baba Lex says be liquid. The author of the Law of Attunement Teachings, Book 1, and the rest of the series, be liquid. You empty your vessel from programming, 72 hours. But this is a conscious, consistent thing. You have to be consciously consistent, okay? You have to have clear eye. You have to see clearly and clear no. Okay, structured water. Once you do that with the vessel, your divine vehicle, this is your body. I mean, come on. What takes place is you, with the power of your breath, spirit, respira, to spiral, okay? You then begin to take control of your faculties. You become an alchemist of your cells. Yes? Your 𝐶ELLPH, your potential hydrogen, yourselves. Are you in acidosis? Or are you cooking? Yes. Or are you in alkaline? Are you dancing between that? Or are you constantly in death culture? You see, this is something which you can take a hold of, especially over the full moon. This is why we take the fast. This is structured water, okay? I'm going to be doing a workshop, maybe a few workshops, to educate those who are conscious and want to be consistent. You see, what's taking place is they're beginning to become aware of what's happening within. I mean, the unseen governs the seen. You were a thought and now you're a thing. All of these things are now taking place, okay? And it is a thing, right? So we must become conscious. Whether you like it or not, it's happening. And also this cannot be bypassed. Shadow work. Thokozani. So, as we just alluding to, we love to do a bit of housekeeping first before we kick into the meat of everything, because wow, this topic is heavy. This is a full moon in Cancer, according to Western astrology. Okay. If you look at here, 𝙃𝙚𝙡𝙥, or if you look at the Southern Hemisphere, African spirituality-wise, it's more in the Capricorn area, okay? Because Tropic of Capricorn is just here. It's not rocket science, okay? However, we have it different names, all right? Nebhet, if I'm not mistaken, the season as it is now, because these seasons will show us what actions must take place, especially the actions with ourselves and ourselves, all right? Let's say the astrological zodiacal sign of Cancer is water. Okay, it's a cardinal water. So it's a direction. It's pushing in a direction. Alright. So before we actually kick off, let me just shout out who is available. This is the notes. As you know, Baba Lex has to stay a little bit studious for those of you who are, studious as well. I really do appreciate all of the loves, all of the likes. Please do share as well. Also, for those of you on the spiritual community and that really want to get to the meat of this thing here. I mean, here you go. Boom. It's all highlighted in certain colors for a reason, for Baba Lex to, stay attuned to what's going for what. Okay. What is shadow work? Okay. Why must I even do this thing? Okay, who must engage in this? Is it just a buzzword from the spiritual community, or what? Okay, we need to now know what's going for what. Otherwise, spirit of confusion will take you out, right? When, where, how? Boom, and then from there we push forth. All right. Yeah, these babies are healing nice. Yeah. We now here. From nowhere to now here. These babies are healing nice. Shout out Kalen. One word, brother. I don't know if he's in here. Let me go and check. Shout out Bongani. Shout out Okay. Shout out Pumiki. Shout out Sibongile Okwong. Okay, just stop there. I'm gonna hazard a guess that's Okwonko. Okay, how you feeling? It's a nice moon day evening. But once again, this emotions are everywhere. This is what you cannot bypass, guys. You must realize in yourself, in your cells, that this shadow work thing is not to be played with, because you as a powerful being are not to be played with. Emotions that are left unchecked means emotional unintelligent. That means childish. That means you're throwing toys off everything, because this moon is going to trigger a lot of beings. I'm going to get into it just now. But first, housekeeping. Okay? Shout out Logan7_27. Shout out Chinese writing or hieroglyphs. I'm going to say that is... Yeah, you playing around with those ones. Okay, shout out Quero66. Shout out Jason. Shout out Maka Spucha. Thokozani Bonabakhulu. Shout out 𝙃𝙚𝙗𝙖𝙗. Okay. Shout out 𝑎𝑡_guy_swag. Shout out 𝑓anzile or 𝑓anzile _ You know what I mean? That's also quite wild. I don't know if I'm speaking to someone from 𝙃𝙚𝙗𝙥 or from Pesheya, from, over the seas, because then I have to pretty much pronounce it. Okay, so shout out Alex, shout out Zuko, shout out Fluffy C. Alex, the topic is Shadow work, brother. Open your eyes a little bit, my brother, please. I can't always just explain to everyone that pops in. I know that you guys, you tend to be 15-second, concentration focus. But here, this is not a jiving topic. This is not just it's not a wild one. This is what we're utilizing to shift the consciousness, okay, consciously. So these topics are to be taken seriously because I take myself seriously, myself seriously, okay? We're currently fasted over the full moon. Emotions are happening hard. Things are coming up to be observed. So shadow work is necessary, okay? I did say we're going to go through it. So first, we're going to go through some housekeeping, right? Shadow work, guys. This is a must-do thing. You cannot bypass shadow working, no matter who you think you are, okay? And if this is making sense, Baba Lex would just like a share, a like, okay? That's it. Right, shout out 𝙃𝙚𝙡𝙥. Shout out the Lighthouse Portal 7.11. This is where my first book of teachings, the Law of Attunement Teachings, book 1, is being independently published through, okay? We are grateful. Thokozani. This has been a dream and now it's grounded, so I'm living my dream. Book 1 obviously is the first installment, which means more books are coming. Because it's powerful, it steps into yourself, your cells, right? Do leave us a like on the way in, on the way out, if it makes sense, okay? Here's the topic, shadow work, but it's the real thing. Baba Lex speaks truth only, not my truth, their truth, his truth, their truth, from a clear knowing, not a belief. If you're confused in what I'm saying, pre-order the book right now. It is available. Check all of the links. My profile, the Lighthouse Portal 7.11. Check out all of those links. They're available. Check out the Law of Attunement social media. I'm going to put it out on as many social media as possible so that there's no excuses, okay? Even if you want to go to Baba Lex's online store on WhatsApp, through WhatsApp, please, I will put it there too, okay? Because I cannot respond to everybody, okay? It doesn't work that way, okay? You must book an appointment. It's not availability in that manner, right? Because of the work that we are up to, that we are being busy with. This is not the beginning. This has been kicking, and we are super excited to be here. But once again, we had to engage with this thing, okay? Shadow work. You must engage in shadow work, no matter who you think you are, okay? Okay, who's this now? Shout out, it's B. How you feeling? Was that B as in Bianca? Oh, let things bloom. Yes, shout out. I remember from the last live. Awesome, very nice questions. Please continue. We love the questions, especially if you're confused. Shout out Mosquito. How you feeling? I don't know why you'd name yourself Mosquito. Please let me know why. Because we're going to get into shadow work. Because remember, guys, this is a multi-dimensional, multi-generational, ancestral. As long as you're a womb born, as my book alludes to, this will apply to you. If you're a womb born, you're born from a womb, this can apply to you. Okay, if you're 70 to 90% water, amanzi, water, liquid crystal, shadow work can apply to you for sure. Okay, shout out Roro. Shout out MJ. Alright, who else is in here? Shout out Innocent. I didn't see the rest. Shout out Sive. Shout out or Sive. Shout out Law Pack 6. How you feeling? Shout out, hey, this user, I told you, I'm not going to shout out user blah blah. Please make Baba Lex get sidetracked. Shout out T-Dow. How you feeling? Shout out Puleng. 𝙒𝙗𝙗𝙗. Shout out Puleng 𝙒𝙗𝙗𝙗. How you feeling? Shout out Ada-E. How you feeling? Shout out Entle Nomsa. Shout out Maureen. Shout out Maison. Modular. Maison. Are you French by any chance? Ça va? Très bien. Merci. Moi, j'ai très bien. Merci. Okay, shout out TJ, how you feeling? Shout out Marcus Collin. We're not just a Zulu or English, language is just a frequency. But the universe doesn't speak language. It doesn't hear beast. However, beast as in Hebrew, what we speak English is backwards. It's already a 180. So when you say good morning, you've already glitched your cells. Okay? Morning. Someone's, oh, that was such a good person. Good. You see, you sending your cells in two directions. I'll speak about this in the book. Shout out Glenda Zebediah. Zebediah. Shout out Mazet. What's the steez? Shout out Jessica. How you feeling? Shout out Benjamin Atelier. Okay. How you feeling? I'm getting some French chaps in yo. Is it just the names that y'all are choosing? Chasing Consciousness. Shout out. How you feeling? And those of you who are fasted, how are you feeling? How's the fast going if you are fasting? And yes, please do tap, please like the screen, please share, do all that beautiful stuff so Baba Lex can be more motivated to continue to, share these beans, Jack, Jane, Thabo, Thandeka, so you can go off and grow that beanstalk. Because now, even now, Neo, in that very room, shadow work can take place. Let's get to it. Okay. I'm not going to get into the latest news of today because that's just feeding the beast. See, I'm not going to regurgitate. If those of you are following news, protect yourself at all times. Know that what's taking place is plandemics. It's all plans. If you don't get that there, you need to take a fast. Right now, we are currently fasted on liquids only, water only. Okay? Water only, not liquids, water only. Okay? So in order for you to see what's going for what, in order to do shadow work, which is automatically my second law of attunement, the other evening, which is going to be going up on a replay on my YouTube channel, my 3 laws of attunement from my first book. The pre-order links are up and available. Check the links. The first law is cleanse the vessel. Okay, begin fasting as a lifestyle. Okay, this is a multi-dimensional cleansing, which you do body, mind, spirit, so that you stop monkey mind. All of this. This is how that starts to take place. Right? Not just that, there are a lot more. Right? You engage in shadow work consciously now. Ancestral taps in. Womb taps in. The programmable years between 0 and 7. Okay? Trauma bonds. Trauma bonding. Alright? That all taps in. It's part of shadow work. Hello? Right? We need to now be mature, emotionally intelligent about what's going down. Right? Okay? Shout out Big A, how you feeling? Shout out Naughty, how you feeling? You made it just in time, all right? Just in the moment, right? Feeling grateful and lit. This is the Lighthouse Portal 7.11. That is where my first book of teachings, The Law of Attunement Teachings, Book 1, is being published from independently out of Maui, Hawaii. Whoops. Okay. It used to be a dream, but now it is grounded. It's present. All right. You too can ground your dreams once you attune to yourselves. Hence the law of attunement. Okay. And this, along with that, there is through that we speak about shadow work. Not just speak about it. I also coach. I coach beings through the 7 shadow working through the 7 deadly sins. Whoops. Haha. Hey, Baba Lex, you hectic. No, it's necessary. Not hectic, necessary. Remember, shadow working through 7 deadly sins is what is where Luciferian false light programs jam. This is what we've outlined in the book. Also check the lives at Lex Stays Liquid. Okay, YouTube. Gluttony, greed, lust, sloth, wrath, which is uncontrolled anger, envy, pride, everybody. So now, don't let Baba Lex make example, because remember, I always make example of either myself, okay, or anyone who wants to be clever, because there's no need for that emotional and intelligent. See? Why do my specs look so dirty? Shout out Limitless, how you feeling? Shout out Namaumbi, how you feeling? Sorry if I'm butchering the names. Shout out Piwe Glenn, how you feeling? Thokozani Bonabakhulu, how you feeling? Signature, I like the way you spell that. Yep, that's a spell in itself for yourself. Yep. Shout out Pandora, is that the box? Shout out Big A, how you feeling? Shout out Alan Zunga, how you doing, man? So the 7 deadly sins is where Luciferian false light programming plays, right? In there, your shadow has a good time. Your shadow is not a goblin or a ghoul. It looks like it. It is an illusion of. Okay? Right? It is simply the childlike you between the ages, the programmable years, okay, of 0, 0, and 7. The programmable years, okay? I'm skipping a little bit, but it will make sense. This is knowledge, gnosis, through my cells and myself. Also, I have engaged in shadow work on the way through. I've cleansed all of that there. I don't engage with alcohol. I don't engage with drugs. I don't engage with things which keep you running from yourself. You're running away, but you can't run away from yourself. You see, the more you try and attempt to run away from yourself and your cells, guess what takes place? Dysfunction, dis-ease, discombobulation. That spirit of confusion, boom, that plays where? In the 7 deadly sins. Thokozani. You see, this is where shadow work can now take place. Shout out Grace Mwanuta, how you feeling? Shout out Goddess.Maria. Shout out Morena Kate. How you feeling, Morema? How you feeling? Thokozani, Dumelang. Shout out Solar 204. How you feeling? Shout out Jackie M. Yes, shout out Take 2. How you feeling? Take 26320. Wow, how many takes was that, bruv? Or lady? Man, whoa. But you see, there's no judgment in ascension. Remember, you can make as many missed takes as you necessary. Because once again, it's emotional intelligence that we're grafting up. As divine mama rises, that means the emotions will be a big factor in everybody's life, in everybody's personal reality, therefore personality. I mean, it's all there in the spells. But my first book, The Law of Attunement Teachings, book 1, I explain this. You see, apples with apples, as opposed to apples with the watermelon. Apples ngek guava. No, we need to be here now. Not nowhere. Now here. See? That's my new ink. The ankh. And the plane, the horizon, is now here. That's where I've landed. In freedom. You see? But we have to free the dome through shadow work. It's a beautiful thing when you know what's going for what. You're not using buzzwords from the spiritual community. Blah, 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 blah. You're not talking out the corner of your neck. Things that don't make sense. Remember, Luciferian false light programming seeks to dull your senses further, leave you in discombobulation, dysfunction, confusion, disorder. You see, you must be slapped. You have to be traumatized. Now everything outside is trauma bonding. Everybody's trauma bonding. I don't care what you say. Hey, twin flame. No. Twin flame is a process which takes place within. It's a process where you and your divine masculine and divine feminine make a divine dance within, because they know that they are one in the same thing, but different and necessary, because you just being there now, breathing, the process of taking a breath, as it assimilates within you, you are the breath, your spirit. It goes through a masculine, feminine dance in electromagnetic energy. You're a bioelectro, you see what I mean? Being. You understand? You see? You omnistand that? All. You omnistand that. That's where we're headed. We must omnistand everything. But first, shadow work. You must be able to drop deep within yourself and your cells. Simple. If not, 𝙒𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙧𝙗. Ngempela. No jokes. It's late. What else are you doing? Because every full moon, this energy is going to hit your emotions. Check this. Triggers. Bam. Okay? Traumas. Bam. Baba Lex know what he's saying. I'm not just spewing. Okay, this is why we're here on a moon day evening and Friday evenings. We're shifting consciousness. It's the angles. It's the rays of light and how you put them in formation. Otherwise, this is just gibberish. Especially if you got full of programs. If you're not fasted now, it's quite tough for you. I know. I don't think. I'm not believing. I know. I was there. Wow. Everything just boom, boom, boom. Especially when it comes to family. In this moment now, this is the illumination. It's what is the dreams, the dream like you. Those dreams that are always taking place and you're always having them. Versus, yeah, you must do this. Yeah, you must blah, 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 blah. Systemic. It's you versus that. Within. Bam, bam, bam. It's a push-pull now. So that push-pull is where this comes in. You have to engage in shadow work. I don't care who you are. If you think, oh, blah, 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 it's going to slap you nicely. And please come back to this replay. Put on a comment and say, Baba Lex, you did say it was going to slap me. And it slapped me. So we can chuckle because, once again, the more you're able to chuckle, not only do you chase away entities or negativity, watermatic, you also shift your vibes within. You see, whenever you're doing shadow work, and you in a dark room, yes, engage, yes. I also take coaching through this. I feel like I must do a workshop on shadow work because this is imperative. It's not just a buzzword in the spiritual community. Shadow work is imperative, guys, because this is what we play. Envy, pride, everybody, everybody. Pride in something, pride in a community, and because there's ways about it. That is just a level of consciousness lower. Okay, because it still seeks validation. When you seek validation outside, you've lost the game. You're already boom, 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 bamboozle. You're already lit. So you need to take a fast and hit shadow work. You need to do the first 3 laws of Baba Lex's the Law of Attunement Teachings. Okay, first law of attunement: begin to make fasting a lifestyle. Begin with intermittent. But then do regular fasts. I mean, I have created the 72-hour water-only full moon fast. This is a fast in Cancer. This Cancerian moon is powerful because it's in its home astrological luminary. So it's a double whammy. Bam, 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 bam. Most of your heads shaking. Yes, I know. I was there. I don't do shadow work any longer. You don't heal forever. If you're healing forever, constantly, oh, I'm in healing. You know those people? Yep. Let's talk about them. Because I used to be that. Also, with the programming within me, glitching my common sense. Right, I speak about this in my book. The pre-order link is up and available everywhere. Please check the links. Okay, also, leave a like if this is making sense. If I'm assisting you in some way, shape, form, and fashion, likes, shares, please, imperative. Okay, we must break the algorithm. There's a lot of wild things happening outside. That's why there's a what? A lunatic. There's a such thing as a lunatic. This needs to take place. It's not about tata di drugs or bourgeois, blah blah. It's not about alcohol, and drugs. That is already on set. You're already on set seeing bears. You're already out. Your mental gone already. That's a coping now mechanism. It's a crutch. Seems? That's now you're elsewhere. You're nowhere. Instead of being now here. You see? Simple. Once again, shadow work is imperative that you engage in it. You see? Should you not engage, it will come back to bite you tenfold. Because of this, not just UVA, not just UVC, UVB, but UVC sun radiation, UVC solar rays. What is that doing? Okay? Right? Let me tap into this quickly. Let me illuminate you further, those beautiful beings who have joined. I'm going to ask this question before we continue. When you break you fracture something, you break something, boom, clip up in the body. Usually it's the thing that holds you together. You go for an X-ray. What is it to actually see? When you go for an X-ray, what is it to see? What is it to witness? Shout out RTBF. Shout out Take Two. Once again, shout out Mokanyane, how you feeling? Shout out Filwe, shout out Mel's, shout out Straw Hat, shout out Sir 2, shout out Mr. Mr. Reddington. Shout out Togos, shout out Mr. Reddington. Shout out Goddess Maria. Yeah, shout out Vuyo Bracelet. Yeah, shout out Tepo, how you feeling, bruv? Shout out Debza Murembula. Shout out Tepes. Shout out Fred KB. How you feeling, man? Shout out Explain Shadow Work, man. If you just relax yourself and take relax and get your pen and pad out, brother. Relax you. You don't come into a teacher, Baba Lex's room and tell him what to do. You get me? You sit still, you ask questions, and you behave yourself. Okay? You emotionally unintelligent or what? Okay? You don't come in here and tell me what to do. Are you out of your mind? I told you I make example of myself and others. Don't come here be clever. You can be clever at your mom's house. If they didn't teach you discipline, I'll discipline you here, brother. You get me, my brother? Nah, Siyazwan, are we together, my man? Let's not behave like clowns. You can do that elsewhere. Togos. Okay? This is what the topic is. I'm going through it nicely. Okay? Everybody on the same page, on the same frequency. See? Apples with apples, not apples guava, apples with a watermelon. You see? We must be on the same frequency so we don't have conversations. We have frequenzations. Okay? It's a much easier, more flow, right? It's stressless. It's freed dome. It's not control. It's not systemic. Okay? It's not parasitic. I explain this all in the book. It's liquid. Be liquid, my friends. You see? Be liquid. Thokozani. Shout out rtbf.com. You just came back in. Yeah, this thing acts weird, so please like, so that it keeps you in. Alright? Shout out Mama Huggies. Shout out 𝙃𝙚𝙆. How you feeling? Shout out Rudy already. How you feeling? Yes, bones. Mama Huggies. X-rays show the bones, right? So when X flares hit, must Baba Lex go further? Seen? So now that is a bean. Once again, it's for you to take the information and put it in formation. That's how you're able to become a higher being. You know, we're not meant to be told what to do everywhere, because that's what allows the spirit of confusion. And then therefore, the 7 deadly sins to play nicely. The more we confuse, the more we have to ask the ones who create the confusion. What's this? They'll be like, yo, okay, here's this pilis. It will make you well. Fucks you up. Come back 50%. Fucks you up again. You back 25%. I never used to have this problem. It's a side effect. Well, we forgot to tell you. You see what I'm saying? It's all now. It's enough now. I told you guys, it's enough now. If you want to continue, please, elsewhere. No problem. Us, those of us who know what's going for what and sense what's taking place, we're doing other things. We're going for true freedom, but we must free the dome. Okay, I put all of these beautiful lives are on my YouTube channel at Lex Stays Liquid. go forth. Okay, please. So as these X flares, especially not just hitting, they're getting sustained. A sustained X flare is touching your bones, guys. It's tapping your our bones, guys. So when you're feeling all of these things in the sun, all of this bubbling through, Thokozani Bonabakhulu, baseKhemu, Thokozani. Okay, you see, we're available. We're available. We're now here. So when these rays are hop, skip, stepping through you, what do you think is taking place? UVA, UVB, UVC rays. Guys, what is UVC rays? UVC rays are a cleanser, a detoxifier, a DNA mutator. So they're playing with the chromosome and they're unlocking, unchaining, putting it out, unraveling, putting it back together, depending on your inner environment, your condition, your human condition. I put it in the book. The pre-order links are available, okay? Depending on your environment, your human condition, whether you're in acidosis, cooking constantly, or you're in alkaline, it will then give the condition necessary for your evolution or death. Inevitable. Once again, all of these weird and wonderful diseases will pop up. Baba Lex put it in the lives years ago. Go and check it. What the shift is happening, I put that up there. Go check it. I'm serious. I think one is pinned here on the TikTok. What the shift is going to take place this decade. Y'all thought it was a joke. Blah, 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 blah. Watch out. People are going to start disappearing through weird and wonderful ways because you're not taking care of your space. Simple. You're neglecting yourself. That's where shadow work comes in. You must engage in shadow work, okay? Right? Just a quick shout out to any of my followers, subscribers who are in LA and you're affected by the fires, sending high key energy all the way from Mzansi Africa la. High power energy, high key. Okay, just know that stuff is eerily similarly the same to the Lahaina in Hawaii fires. This is for educational purposes only, right? Because they don't talk about what actually is going down. How come water switch off when there's a fire? How come insurance months before of fire and of I'm not too sure something else, they removed that insurance? Why? Just ask why. I'm just saying. Baba Lex just throwing it out there for you to freedom. I mean, it's not a conspiracy theory, is it? It's happened. It's happening. Now it's the same thing repeat. Remember, those who repeat the same thing are doomed to repeat history. If you don't learn from it, there will be an example. It's either you or you're around you. That's just what takes place. And you yourselves, if you don't learn from your generations without doing shadow work, guess what? For you, it will also take place. Simple. I'm just a messenger. Also, I shadow work coach through 7 deadly sins. Make appointments. Appointments only. Ain't no blah 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 chats. There's no time for that. Everybody is going through it. It is the full moon in Cancer. Okay, that means it's a water sign. Okay, it's in its home luminary of the moon, which means this moon is hitting more. Just go outside and look at that moon. Wow. Those of you who are not taking care of the mind space, I hear you. It's not to scare you, but once again, you are the one selecting the choice. Okay, whatever pops up coming for illumination, okay, this needs to take place, boom, this needs to take place. Get to shadow working. It doesn't mean you need to take a retreat, 𝙒𝙖𝙗𝙗 mushrooms, 5 grams once, bang, boom, nah. Ayahuasca retreat, nah. You know what I mean? Nah. Just take a fast. Myself and my fasters were currently fasted. Okay, conscious consistency. Okay, the container is beautiful. We are sharing what's really going down. And for us, we know ourselves, but we are also more aware. This is the best place to do shadow work, when everything is going wild outside, while there's lunatics. Because you'll find those nearest you, especially especially those who don't engage in shadow work, but you do, if you're one of those awakened beings, okay, you'll notice that people next to you are freaking out about everything. Even now in that room, okay, that space where you're at, it's taking place within you. Look up at triggers, doesn't matter what it is. That's a beautiful place to do shadow work. Remember, I also put here where. Shadow work can be done anywhere. Anywhere. You don't need to, once again, go to Tibet. You don't need to go to Mount Kilimanjaro. Come on, you don't need an ayahuasca retreat. Shout out Andamadoda, how you feeling? Shout out Mama Huggies once again. Shout out Pumzile P 11, how you feeling? Shout out the Lighthouse Portal 7.11. That is where my first book, The Law of Attunement Teachings, is independently being published through. The pre-order link is available. Please check all of the social media. It is available. Shout out Alex, how you feeling, man? Shout out Smindlon, where you from in Mzansi? Shout out to my people in Josie. Bam bam. What happened there? Especially the lightning. See, this is for educational purposes only. We're talking shadow work. So especially the lightning, be careful, etc, etc. This is for educational purposes only. Anywhere where that darkness is taking place, pedophilia, etc., there's going to be a lot of lightning. There's going to be a lot of just quick flash flooding. And a lot of where our people, okay, Tina, black people, melanated, not black, we are melanated beings, us as, okay, original beings, especially if it's systemic. If it's involved in Luciferian false light programming, wow, scary. Shout out to Keishi. Shout out Betuel, how you feeling? Betuel Tulo, how you feeling? Shout out Mama Huggies one more again. Shout out Imimakaha. Kaka. How you feeling? Yes. Shout out Chaotic Keys. Shout out Shaw's. Shout out No Name. What's the name? No Name. Is that a brand? Shout out VNDL. Yep. Shout out Jermaine Sitole. Sitole Mshali, how you feeling? Shout out Cindy Mahlase. Shout out Queeneth __29. Shout out Lithe Rejoice. Shout out King _Forex _2000. That is I'm a 2000, I'm assuming. Nope, let me not assume. Shout out Don Generous. Shout out Figgies. Shout out V12 _ by Turbo. Shout out Ontatile 1@. How you feeling? Shout out Healer. How you doing, Healer? You good? Togoz, welcome. Shout out Maths with many S's. Is that a snake? What? Slytherin? What? Kundalini Rising? What? Huh? Shout out Nozipo Mahlangu. Shout out Drecito Merapi. Shout out D Makananisa. How you fella? Shout out Sisi Mata. Shout out Caesar Dlamini. Shout out King. How you doing, King? Shout out Thokozani. Shout out Gamogelo, how you feeling? Shout out Irene Tombeni. How you doing this evening on this moon day? Especially the feminines, how's that womb going? The emotions are there's lunatics everywhere, especially the masculines. Those who are still boys in the dome. Okay? Emotional unintelligent. Shout out Bebeke. What is that? Shout out Bebe, yeah, Bebeke or BBK. Wow, hectic. Shout out Lesi01. Shout out Malibongwe. Malibongwe, about for Malibongwe. Yes, please, Thokozani. Shout out Buddha. Shout out Charmaine. Shout out OJ. Shout out OJ Balugi. Shout out Ankila Lako. How you feeling? Yeah, Thokozani. Shout out TNT. How you feeling? Shout out Mats one more again with many S's. Shout out Stephen NK Mamas. How you feeling? Shout out Zenzile Sibeko. Shout out Lesejo M055. Thokozani. Shout out Muzi Nkabinde. How you feeling, bruv? Shout out Jesus Christ. Did you come and engage in shadow work here, brother? Jesus? Man, I thought you were a fable, bro. I just thought you were an allegory. Just stories. Because you are a story only. You didn't exist. Shout out Vicky S. Shout out Ndlovukazi Nonda. How you feeling? Shout out Tabutiful. Shout out Chrissy. Shout out Julia. Shout out Pinky Genius. I don't know if you spelled that wrong on purpose. If that's your own design, Thokozani, welcome. How you feeling? Shout out Angelic. Shout out, okay, no more shout outs to users, blah, 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 blah. Shout out Jojo. See you changed your handle. Joe Barnard 1, shout out. Shout out Keiki or Kaiki. Mtembu. How you feeling? Yeah, shout out 𝙒𝙚𝙗𝙖𝙨. Shout out just Bobby. Shout out official_fashion. Oh, is that Thai fashion? Shout out T. Ghosts out here coming from elsewhere. Thokozani, welcome. This is shadow work according to my first book of teachings, the Law of Attunement Teachings, Book 1. Once again, these are teachings part of my Friday night evenings and Moon Day night evenings. We're shifting the consciousness. We're doing everything on a different angle, right? Those UVA, UVC, UVB, UVC rays are not a joke, right? X-rays, as we just alluded to, as you go for a X-ray, you see bones. The X flares are touching your bones. So as they interact with the bones, they're shifting our DNA. Okay, they are pretty much mutating us. You see those telomeres, that chromosomes, they are unraveling everything. Okay, the DNA is being unraveled and it's being put back together depending on either yourselves, as I speak about in my first book, your potential hydrogen. Are you in acidosis? Are you cooking constantly? Okay, the element of fire within you is way too much. Or are you an alkaline? All right, you're a balanced being within the cells and therefore able to assimilate this UVC rays. Not only the UVA, UVB, the UVC rays, guys. This is the X flares. This is where shadow work will happen whether you like it or not, because it is shifting. It is a cleanser. It is a detoxifier. It is a DNA mutator, right? You must engage with that. So we have already established the first thing, which is, what is shadow work? Okay, we're going to run through the studios for my students who have joined the room. Thokozani. Okay, please share and likes. Please share and likes as Baba Lex continues with the teachings for a Moon Day evening. Okay, this is the full moon in Cancer, according to Western astrology, right? So it's a powerful one. Pay attention and ask questions. We do have my lovely moderator in here, the Lighthouse Portal 7.11. Ask questions and they will be attended to. All right. What is shadow work? Shadow work is you taking yourself in your mind from where you are here now. Okay. Don't have to go to Tibet. You don't have to go to Kilimanjaro. And what you do is you give yourself space, boundaries, room, okay? Solitude. What takes place in solitude is you then able, and this is without even fasting, okay? But once again, my Law of Attunement Teachings, the 3 laws are fast regularly, make fasting a lifestyle, as we are fasted currently. Okay, in this full moon, structured water, all right, check the links, everything is there, bookings, appointments, especially if those of you who are looking to actually get some structured water, all of it, information is there, Okay, please help yourself. Likes, shares, comments. If you're confused, comment. Okay? You cleanse you cleanse thy vessel regularly. When you begin to cleanse the vessel, automatically you engage in shadow work. Automatically. When you are in a fasted state, you have quote unquote time. Right? In fasted states is where you're able and capable to then now, okay, see who you truly are away from programming. What does this mean? Shadow working is between the ages of 0 and 7. But before you get to the ages of 0 and 7, according to my book, we are already programmed in the womb. Being programmed in the womb looks like, and I put this in the book, it looks like a predisposition, okay? A shadow work or a program which has been pre-programmed in the womb looks like an allergy, okay? For example, it looks like a dis-ease, okay? It looks like a predisposition to, okay? This means, where did it come from? Once again, yourselves, your structured waters, okay? Your liquid crystal, which holds information, structured information. So once again, when you're fasted state, you're able, like my inspiration, Bruce Lee, be water, my friend, except here it's be liquid, my friend. Clear vessel, you move away from a belief, a push-pull, okay? You've mastered duality, beingness of human doing. You know what that is. You don't engage with it because in there you unlock lessons. Showcase. When you engage in that there, you also then definitely showcase playing in 7 deadly sins. Shadow work. This is where it takes place. Gluttony, greed, lust, sloth, wrath, envy, pride. I don't care who you are. You can be anybody. That's why 2020 the rapture, where was Pastamboros? All of these pastors that were resurrecting people. I'm saying, where those pastors at? The ones who are resurrecting everybody. I'm saying, where y'all at? Where were you when there were body bags? Wait, weren't people doing Jerusalem in the hospice? What the you see what I'm saying? We must now take stock of what's taking place. Because otherwise, the spirit of confusion is going to blast you. Especially over full moons. Because it interacts with your emotions. Shadow work will take place whether you engage with this or not. Simple. Baba Lex is giving you the beans, Thabo, Thandeka, Jack, Jane, for you to grow and grow your beanstalk and put this information in formation. See whether it makes sense. But that will depend on yourselves, your cellular potential hydrogen. Are you in acidosis or are you in alkaline? Most of you in acidosis. So this also information is gifferich. It's skibberich to you. This is hitting you left, right, and center. Wow, wow, wow. I know. Because once again, you must be cleared so that everything can form within you. You see, the reason why you're so confused is because you have too much programming. Okay? You know what also is available within you? That's how we know shadow work must take place, is the 7 deadly sins. Simple. You don't have to be MacGyver. You don't have to be Leonardo da Vinci. You don't have to be, you know what I'm saying? Anybody. Just anybody, womb born, and 70 to 90% water, especially structured water or your structured liquids, okay, which means you hold information, structured information, right? So we've already defined what shadow work is. It's cleaning up or reacquainting yourself, not just cleaning up, not just healing, okay? The person that was traumatized, right? That was hurt, that was told you can't do this, can't do that through the ages, between the ages of 0 and 7, okay? The programmable years. Not only that, the structured amniotic fluids, okay? That's cellular memory as well. The DNA as well. The genetics as well, Okay, the blood crystal as well. Everything as well. You as well. So all of your cells hold that memory. Mim, from Hebrew, mayim, meaning water. Okay? Your mim, ori, light. Okay, water light. Okay, what does that mean? Liquid crystal. You hold memory, right? Terabytes and eons of information, depending also on your genetics, your genes. Okay? You must know your biology. You must know whence you came. You must know what you are. Not for racism, because that doesn't exist. It's a Luciferian tactic to keep you playing in the 7 deadly sins. Once again, it's outlined in my book. Okay? For you to be able to be a complete being, you must now remove Luciferian false light programs. Click, 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 click. Melus, keep it. Remove that shit. The more you remove that stuff, guess what takes place? You start to see clearly. I can see clearly. You see? And as you start to have a clear vessel, clear knowing, shadow work is simple. Shadow work is too easy. It's too easy. Because now it's a byproduct of being in a fasted state. Okay, conscious consistency. This is why we currently fasted. Okay? Notice those triggers. Notice those traumas popping up. Not just within you, people around you. Weird and wonderful, wild reactions. Shit that's tickling your insides. Weird, wild. What is that? Baba Lex is asking, what is that? What's taking place with you, beloved? Since you're so attuned to yourself, and this shadow work thing is garbage, no one must partake. Why are you emotionally unintelligent? Why are you freaking out about everything if shadow work is not important? I'm asking, because that answers the next question. Why? If shadow working is not important, meaning reacquainting yourself with the child you that was neglected between the programmable years of 0 and 7, then you're going to keep on trauma bonding. Everything in your life is trauma bonded because there's a side effect. It's never clean. There's always a glitch. Gang, 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 gang. Oh, I thought it was going well. You see? This is what we must now why we must begin to engage in shadow work. So now we've defined what. Let's define why. Yes, we have. All right? Please do continue to tap that like button. Thokozani. Okay? Who's in the building? I saw someone pop in that I wanted to greet. Oh yes, shout out the Lighthouse Portal 7.11, all the way from Maui, Hawaii. This is where my first book of teachings, the Law of Attunement Teachings, book 1, is being independently published from. Okay? You are amazing. And thank you for allowing us to ground our dream. Okay? Thokozani. We also do have a hike on the 1st of February at Henops. Look out for the details popping up soon. 1st of February, Saturday. Shout out given underscore Msiza. Shout out Pharrell. Olubowa. How you doing, brother? Shout out Khomoto. How you doing? Shout out Gogo Fun Bradley. Or Gogo Van Bradley. Or Gogo Va Bradley. Shout out Just Bobby. How you feeling, man? Shout out rtbf.com. Yep. We need them likes. Shout out Gugu Mbokane. How you feeling? Okay, so shadow work is imperative. We've just answered what? We've just answered why. Because your life depends on it. If you leave shadow work, you basically saying to the child version of yourself that fuck you. I don't give a shit. I'm going to keep on suffering until I exit. Until I transition. That's what you're telling yourselves. And yourself. Okay? CELLPH. Your potential hydrogen. So all of your trillions of you're telling them for sack. Currently. I mean, that's what we do every day. That's why we engage in this. Shadow work is necessary. That's why, guys. Everybody engage in gluttony. Everybody engage in greed. Everybody takes a little bit of lust. Everybody will say a little bit of sloth there. Everybody will take a little bit of wrath, a little bit. Everybody says envy a bit. Everybody prideful in some way, shape, form, or fashion, unless you cleanse that, right? Or you can go, let's have a mix masala lap, or throw the dice. You can have a little bit envy, little bit greed mixed together. You can go a little bit lust, little bit sloth, little bit gluttony. Wow, hectic. You can even go to yourself and your cells, little bit pride, little bit wrath, little bit lust. Wow. You can play in the 7 deadly sins very beautifully. And this is why shadow work is necessary, because playing there only is death culture. Okay, it's a fast track to highway to hell. Remember, we're already in hell. It's Helios. We're here now. Hell is already here now. That's why you're nowhere. Baba Lex told you, you must be present. Practice presence is the third law of attunement. Then you become now here. See, I'm also a conscious tattoo artist now. Right, that was a dream. Now it's grounded. Those of you interested, inquire. Currently in Joburg, we're going to be doing our sub-Saharan tour with our book, our first book of teachings, the Law of Attunement Teachings, book 1. You can independently published from the Lighthouse portal out of Maui, Hawaii, Thokozani. And the link is up for pre-orders, guys. Shipments will be done from March. Please be aware, from March. Please be aware, from March. Because it is independently being released, and in that it's going to come from my heart to yours, infused with energy, alchemy, right? It's a sacred book. This is what a copy sample looks like. This is not the exact one, okay, but this is what it looks like. Thokozani. This used to be a dream, now grounded. Okay, very sacred. Okay, and also, boom. Obviously, when I designed it, I just thought to myself, this has to have the feel of the sacred teachings, because these are ancient, future, present teachings, you see? And in that they tap in multidimensionally. Vessel, mind, spirit. But also they're teaching of the ages. So they're allowing us to move from the age of, the age of Pisces, through into the age of Aquarius nicely. You see, even the pages, you can see, very, very nice. And, seeing, even that there's like an embossed. Yes. See, I need some comments. What do you guys think? This is just the it's not the actual copy of the book, but this is it's a sample. Okay, sample version. Obviously, we'll have the logo, the Law of Attunement here. Tell me what you guys think, please. I love the feedback. Right, we're also going to be doing some giveaways, a lot of prizes for some engagement. These teachings are so powerful. And also, shadow work. Right, let's get back into it. So, why? What? So, why and what we've answered. Whom? Everybody. We've answered. How? We've answered. Usually in solitude, of course, but it's going to be taking place everywhere because of those UVC rays. Those X-rays are touching your bones. So they're playing with your DNA already, whether you're conscious or not, beloved. Okay? Start to use emotional intelligence. Okay? If you need assistance, find a coach. All right? I also do provide holistic health coaching. Find a coach. I am the founder of the Conscious Men community. I run workshops. I run all of these kind of things for the gents who are confused, for the young boys. Okay, also guys who are recovering drug addicts from alcohol especially. Okay, all of that there. We run these things. All right, those are the spaces where you can. You're not alone. Remember this. You're not alone. If you think you're alone, you need shadow work. You require it, because being in solitude is the spark. Okay, it's the place and space where, wow, yes, you will now know clearly, right, without any monkey mind, people telling you, blah, blah, blah. You have to spend time with you. That's the respect. That's the self-respect. What do you mean? So if you're not able to even have a relationship with yourself and yourselves, shadow work then is not for you. You might as well turn off the page. Okay? Then continue as you were. No problem. But continue elsewhere. That side is fine. We're out here, this side, cleaning the shadow, and then reintroducing ourselves to our childlike selves, who is pretty much just requires compassion, okay, requires courage, requires all of these things which have been glitched out of us from programming. Seen? All right? This is why we are neglecting ourselves. This is why we abandon ourselves, our childlike self. This is why we must engage in shadow work. Okay, this is also where we must engage in it is pretty much everywhere. We have no choice. Right now, it used to be, oh, I can hide stuff, I can suppress shit. Yes. No. How's your emotions right now? Your energy in motions. Okay? Emotional. Okay? All the emotions, whether you're masculine or feminine, they are going to be slapping you. 𝙃𝙚𝙡𝙥, Jack, Jane, Linda, Tyrone, it's clapping you. I know. I'm fasted. I'm feeling amazing. Okay, I'm now here. I was nowhere, just like most of y'all. Y'all are nowhere. Being present means you're now here. If you're not nowhere, you're either anxiety, which is trying to control the future or future scenarios, come what may. Okay? Multidimensional, body, mind, spirit. Wild. Once again, programming will always outglitch your common sense. It's in the book. Or you're trying to change the past. How, Sway? Okay? That does not exist. You must begin to be emotionally intelligent. Otherwise, you bamboozle self. You seen? And now, we've answered what, where, why, when, how. Okay. I'm going to do something here. With how, I want to go into the root causes. The root causes, okay, is how you get shadow work done, right? Of course, Baba Lex will give you the beans. Jack, Jane, shout out Joseph, shout out 𝘼𝙗𝙗𝙗, okay? That's what it will give you in order to engage in shadow work. I mean, who else is here? Oh, shout out Just Bobby. I see you, brother. You're out here nicely. If you're learning, please share, please like. It does help the algorithm. Shout out Nabi. Yes, please. Thokozani. Thank you for the gifts. We are appreciative, loving, and I'm just going to also just quickly share this because shadow work is imperative. It's not just the spiritual community buzzword. But those of you engaging or scared of engaging in shadow work, it's imperative. It's imperative. You know that you're also cleansing your blood crystal, your bloodline, your ancestral. So those of you who are known as the black sheep in your families, you're really doing yourself a massive service. On the gas, on the pedal, no brakes. That's why it's going to look tough. You're going to look wild most times. Also, have you not noticed, my people, whenever we tend to have a family member pass away or transition, they tend to be embodied in another child or a sibling or blah blah blah, someone, right? They start to exhibit factors of them, right? Or what? Have you not noticed that thing? Yeah? You not noticed that thing? Yeah. Yeah. See, shadow work is imperative, right? You must do shadow work whether you like it or not. So now, since we said whom, where, when, why, what, let's go into how. Baba Lex, you're amazing. Thokozani Bo. Of course, because it's all about freedom. Let's free the dome. Okay? Because now, even now, that Luciferian false light programming is in that very room where you are. This is where Luciferian false light programming plays, the 7 deadly sins. I outline this in my book of teachings, the Law of Attunement Teachings, book 1. Pre-order link is available. Please check all of the social media, at Lex Stays Liquid, the Lighthouse Portal 7.11, the Law of Attunement, everywhere. Gluttony, greed, lust, sloth, wrath, which is uncontrolled anger, envy, pride, everybody pride, okay? Everybody prideful, right? So now, when we say, how do we engage in shadow work? Baba Lex, how on earth do we engage in shadow work? Simple. Okay? Y'all ready? Okay? We're going to go through this nicely. So this is the studious part. Amniotic fluids. You must know that you have been programmed. You came in with things that don't belong to you, quote unquote. So if there's things that don't belong to you, automatic, they came in via your amniotic fluids, okay? Or they were impressed into the genes, or into the cells, or into the DNA, or into the blood crystal, or all of the above, tick, 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 multidimensionally, right, as a being that you are now. Cool. So therefore, since amniotic fluids, that means that what mommy was up to, not only during your gestation, but what mommy was up to, okay, during your moments of being thought, okay, how you were a thought, how your thought form was assimilated, because that also was you as a beacon to you saying, right, I'm going into that vessel because of that energy and blah blah. Also, once again, with the shout out, one word, how you feeling? Shout out fire at, how you feeling? Thokozani on this moon day, beautiful. How's that full moon in Cancer? Slapping, huh? Tap into water, okay? So the amniotic fluids don't just have the programming from when you became an actual not just a thought, now a thing in the womb. It's from when mommy had you as a thought, okay? Not just mommy, the partner as well, right? Because it takes two to tango. See? So now, in that gnosis, when you know that, you don't believe now, right? Now, since you know that the amniotic fluids, number one, is one of the root causes. It's one of the how you can get to shadow work. So now here's how. You either engage with your mother, engage with your father, or both. In terms of in solitude, in a moment of clarity and stillness, you then take it easy. Have your questions written down. Have your concerns. Don't be on alcohol, okay? Don't be on drugs, okay? You really must be adult. You must take yourself seriously, okay? Okay? Once again, what you can do is be fasted, because your clarity and your focus would be much heightened. See, it's a byproduct of being in a fasted state. Simple. We're currently fasted. Those fasters with me, Thokozani to y'all, I see y'all. Also, especially the Lighthouse Portal 7.11, my moderator, as well as where I'm independently publishing the Law of Attunement Teachings, book 1. It is now pre-order link up for sale. So please pre-order link. Please utilize it. Books will be shipped out from March. Please be patient. It is independent. Remember that. Okay, Thokozani, we are grateful, we are graceful, and we are now here. From nowhere to now here. Thokozani. Oh yeah, you want to see the full thing? You see that, brother? You see that? My brother Kalen? Thokozani bafu. Thokozani bafu. Thokozani bafu. Yeah. Balesa 80, Balesa M80. How you feeling? Thokozani. Dumelang. Yep, tattoos look clean and healthy. Thokoza, yes. Shout out 𝙎𝙗𝙗𝙗. How you feeling? Thokoza, guys. Some of y'all look a bit late, but that's beautiful. Better late than never. And never late is better. Alright. So we out here. Those of you who like to do your screenshots. But it goes on a repeat, so please don't go be wild about it. You see how big solitude is? Because it's a must. That's where you get the solutions. You see? You have to tap into yourself. You know what I mean? Clean, brother. I wonder who did it. Yeah, brother, you did it. One word, my brother Kalen. That's one word in the chat. One, the numerical one. Lowercase w, numerical 0, RD. One word. He's a tattooist as well as am I. He's out of East Johannesburg. Sorry, is it East or South, brother? Southeast? East? Yeah. I'm in the North Johannesburg. Those of you looking for some nice tattoos, I got some new things popping up. Okay, I'm gonna be doing what is this? It's gonna be a specific size. I have to still decide on the sizes, but they're gonna be set. All sigils, all energy, all elemental alchemy, all hieroglyphic type vibes. All right, those of you also maybe, with the exception of those who also want to do maybe lettering and putting that next to something and we flesh it out a little bit. I know there's a lot of y'all like, oh, I want to do some lettering as well. I want to now see, you've inspired me, Baba Lex. Wow, you've inspired me, of course. See? It's still healing, yes, but it's healing nicely, beautifully. You see, one word, the tattooist has beautiful K. His hands are beautiful. Very nice, delicate. Also on these areas are so super soft. Plus I have soft skin. Baba Lex got soft skin, but it's very tough. We also still engage in physical fitness. So I still have pretty rough, but soft. It's very weird, man. Like be water, like liquid. You know what I mean? But when you get there, you'll know. All right? Wonderful. Thank you, brother Thokozani. Spirit is never late. Yes, Balesa M80. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Make excuses, yeah? Okay, but you here, yes. 𝙑𝙗𝙗𝙗 is never late. 𝙑𝙗𝙗𝙗 is always as, like you being here as is. Okay, but also see, cleansing sometimes. If you look here, this is from the guts. If you have pimples in this area, it's your guts. So what's probably coming out is all of the heavy metals. See? And whatever little plastics that are in not only the water, because some of the water we can't get from, straight source. We have to go via. So some of the water that for myself, I've been having to make plans. Big city also, it's terrible. They switch off water, they switch off electricity. Yonkinto, it's like they're really murking us, guys. We have to take stock now. They're really attempting to blast us. Check what happened with the LA fires. Same like Lahaina fires in Hawaii. Guys, they switch off the water on purpose. What are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, don't you have family there? What are you doing? Like, so which means that when we do shadow work, you'll realize the more shadow work you do, that there's something which is soulless out there. Something that is soul capturing. I don't know what that is. See? Shout out 𝙒𝙗𝙗_backup. Shout out Medusa. Shout out Lala. How you feeling? Shout out Pikashka. How you feeling? Yeah, looking dank, my brother. Looking dank, my brother. Hey, check Balesa M80 chuckling. Click, 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 click. Yep. Got him. Happy moon dance, brother. Yes, please. But you see, people think that I worship the moon. Let me just clear this up. It's not about worshipping anything outside of yourself and your cells. We utilize energy as it is through our cells and ourself, putting that information in formation. Does it make sense? Let me digest that. Let me integrate that. And therefore, let it become a part of my beingness, a state of being. Be liquid. See? That's what we do here. The Law of Attunement Teachings, Book 1. Pre-order, now available. The links are available. Check all of the social medias. At Lex Stays Liquid. At the Lighthouse Portal 7.11. At the Law of Attunement, please. Okay? So as we're fasted, shadow work happens automatic. We're getting into the hows, and we started with amniotic fluids, guys. Amniotic fluids, it's because root cause is where we can find why. We can find our whys. Why do you behave like that? Why are you predisposed to that disease? See? Who wouldn't want to know that? Who wouldn't want to be in control of whether that is your reality or not? I mean, duh. I know I would. I mean, that's why we do this. This is why we are who we are. We choose to purposefully go against 180 the system. Okay? And then we fast. Instead of being gluttonous. On holidays where people are dazed on the weekdays, by the weekend, they're weakened. See? We have strengths. Okay? Strength days. By the strength end, we're strengthened. You see? You shift the spells within your cells and automatically. It sounds like skibberish. It looks a bit whoops. But once again, what do you have to lose? You don't have any relationship with your cells. Nyempela, showcase. You do not. We're not taught to. Remember, Luciferian false light programming requires you to be traumatized in a state of bamboozlement constantly. Seen? So, the amniotic fluids, depending on what mama was up to, some of y'all going to be having talking to with your mummies. Baba Lex has a sneaky feeling. Don't say Baba Lex told you, hey, mommy, you fucked me up. You can't, what did you do to me? What were you doing when I was in the womb? Don't do that, man. Go with emotional intelligence. Have a solitude. Make a Sunday. Listen, I would love to make you a meal or something. Because with food also, the programming, people always tend to trauma bond over food. Trauma bonding, and it locks in your body as food programming. See? Hence why the fast will bring out, I made something released after my second fast, blah, blah. And it smelled like that food I used to eat 5 years ago. Yes. Wild. It's stuck inside you. Shit that you had 10, 20 years ago. Those of you old enough for that, or, that's real talk, real thing. Speak to some of those fasters available. Speak about it here, talk about it. Some of the stuff, scary, scary, wild. This is why shadow work is imperative. Don't you want to know what's inside you making you act funny? Huh? You see, it is shadow work because you go into a hole. The depths of you. The only thing to be scared of is nothing. No thing. To be terrified or to be scared, rather be scared of you not waking up. That's terrifying. I could not picture that. Not arising. Great awakening. You see? To what's taking place. Because you're doomed. You're just gonna continue. You're on a rut. You everything is a cycle. So your cycle is just a rut. Bliggity 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 blue, bliggity 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 blue. From 18 till you leave the cribby, the nest, bam, till you perish. Predict your life. Simple. How sad is that there? See? But now we have the opportunity. But first, you must clean up. Okay? Right? Amniotic fluids. Guys, it's a real thing. It's not a joke. Right? But it's not to blame mommy and daddy. Hey, what the fuck were you up to, guys? What's your issue? What the fuck's you doing? Nah. Chill. Because that won't solve a thing. Just say, I have concerns. Can I make you a meal? Once again, around course, around chowder, around food. this thing, around this thing, anybody going to sit down and listen? Listen to Baba Lex one time. Listen a local environment, make the space, and say, for the amniotic fluids portion, for the root cause, for you doing shadow work to find out your whys. This is how. Here's a being. This is what I would do. Okay? Not going to speak about what I did, but this is what I would do. Set up the environment, space, especially if you're a man. It's much easier. If you can't cook, order something, bro. Okay? That sucks, because coming from your hands shows that your intention. It shows that you really want people to feel you. So don't be toxic when you're cooking as well. Don't be, blasted off drugs or alcohol. Once again, you must be, you see, emotionally intelligent now. You can have a wine or drink there, beer, when you're there with them. Like, make it a thing. You see, if you're not used to that, if your family doesn't do that, or if they're not available, what you can do is step into your dream space, right? There's ways to do that, okay? That dream space is able to, you do it all the time. You die every night. You see, you look forward to it. But there's ways and ways to engage with, you're a multidimensional being, seen? So never restrict yourself and your cells. Otherwise, then that's another light lock. It's a belief. All beliefs will block you somewhere. I don't believe in gang, that, there, stop. I don't even believe gang, You see, someone came in here just now, I just always notice this stuff. Came in, gang, got blocked. Shadow work, what, but gang, some dude came in, rude. What's the topic? Bro, if you ask me what's the topic, and you don't open your eyes, I'm going to assume, because of you, not me. So I'm not assuming. I'm actually knowing, because you showing it, that you cannot, you have no eyes, okay, number one. So you coming, I don't know if you walk in, you go in a room on TikTok like this. I wonder what room I'm in. I'm asking, because it's bamboozling. If you're emotionally intelligent, or you're emotionally unintelligent, this is maybe the best place for you to get some wisdom, for you to help yourself. I'm already fine. I've balanced my inner natures, sir. Okay? Nothing grips me. The things that are unseen don't grip me. Like they grip you constantly. I wanted to put that guy on blast, but his name disappeared. I'll find him. Yes, I'm probably going to pop back in here. I want to make example now. Water is new gold. This is shout out Symple Studio. We're going to continue now. Let me shout out everybody in here. Shout out Symple Studio promos. How you feeling? Shout out Anesu Ishe. How you feeling? Once again, shout out Balesa M80 Dumela. This is from Symple Studio. Water is the new gold. Diamond in our life. We need to think differently. Start buying land. Thokozani. Symple Studio, you're now here. Thokoz, you're now here. Now you're now doing this now. You're now doing this. Because now cool. Follow and subscribe to the YouTube channel, everything. You'll see something. You'll see something there. Okay? Of course, brother, no lunatic here. Shout out one word, brother. Yep. Just heard you talk about shadow work and I instantly joined the live. Shout out Anesu. Yeah. That's the topic. According to my book, my first book. The pre-order links are available. everywhere. I'm not going to get into that all over again. Please, my moderator will take care of that. Please also maybe DM the link. If you want the link, my moderator can DM you the or send you a message of the pre-order link. Okay. Shout out DJ.Monster74. How you feeling? DJ Monster, why are you scary, G? You're not here to spread love, man. You enough shadows and ghouls and goblins, yes, for sure. Okay. Shout out insert name underscore name. Yeah, shout out 𝙒𝙗𝙗. Shout out Graham Habelga. Hectic. That's Graham Habelga. Okay. Yes, one word. Yes, you know, sir. We out here. Reconnecting with the self is difficult, but it has to be done. Yes, Balesa M 80. That's for sure. You cannot bypass. But I'm gonna get into that now. We're almost there. Almost there. We're not here for 3 much longer, guys. This is where it's going to hit hard. Baba Lex is going to come with a lot more radical honesty, a lot more radical truth, because it's imperative. The children depend on it. The women, our species. It goes deep. Okay? Lebza underscore my Lebza. How you feeling? Thokozani. Beauty from the inside out. My company motto. Yes. Yes, the Lighthouse Portal. Yes, please. Let's pin that one. This is why we're independently publishing through you. You saw the vision. Not just the vision, because it could have looked like really wild. The Law of Attunement Teachings. Could have looked really wild. Oh, water's what? But everybody is. Everybody comes from amniotic fluids. Okay, into shadow work, right? Right? So. Oh, shout out Innocent Dlamini. Yep. Shout out Subscreener. How you feeling? Shout out KB. Shout out Lerato. Shout out Fatim. Is it Faith? Oh, shout out Faith and Paul. Sorry. Shout out Mommy. #3. Are you the third mommy, or you this is your third life being a mommy? I'd love to know. Shout out Chepiso FXCA. Shout out I Told You So. What did you tell me? Shout out Sir Guabs. What are you guabbing for? Hey, sir? Shout out all the user blah blah blahs. I separated myself from beliefs. That's Anesu. Shout out yep. Shout out Innocent. Shout out Ntabi. How you feeling? Because beliefs are, in between belief there's a lie. It's a light lock. I speak about it in my first book, The Foundation. Yes, please. Alright. Shout out Octavia Masango. How do you feel? How you going? Yes, please. Shout out Kagiso Molamu. How you feeling? Did you come back and change your name? Or was it the same thing? Okay. Interesting. Shout out Luke Dillon. Is that Luke Dillon Lazola? Wonderful. How you feeling? Shout out Bossman YK. Yeah. Aloha. Family joining in. Yes, Thokozani. Yes, we're now here. We're now here, guys. We're now here. Those of you looking for tattoos in Johannesburg area, please hit me up. Also, the conscious tattoo artist, 𝙒𝙗𝙗𝙗 or 𝙒𝙗𝙗𝙗. Thokozani, we're talking shadow work this eve. Now we're getting into the hows, the actual meat, the how, the meat of it. Okay. Boom. Eye of Horus, Eye of Ra. Boom. Shout out to my tattooist inside you. My brother. One word. Kalen. Thokozani, brother. All the way from the east, Johannesburg. If you guys are looking for tattoos as well, please shout out my brother as well. He's in the room. Please follow. Please like. Please subscribe. Do the thing as well. We've got a shout out Balo. Let me just finish this off. Yes, please. Shout out Sma Mangi. How you feeling?
Shout out Victor Truth. Shout out 𝙑𝙗𝙗. How you feeling? Okay. Right. Shout out everybody join. Shout out Canelo. All right. We got a question, or we've got a statement rather, from Luke Dylan Lazola. Is what we are looking for is where we are looking from.
Thokozani. Precisely. Because what you are seeking is seeking you. If you're seeking death, Baba Lex, you're supposed to be a nice guy. Nope. I'm a good guy. Nice guys finish last. Okay? Have to be dangerous because outside is dangerous. Doesn't mean you have to be violent. There's a difference. But once again, through shadow work and not working with your ego mind, using it as a barometer, okay, it's also, like we say in the book, it's energy. All right? Gluttony, greed, lust, sloth, wrath, which is uncontrolled anger. Those of you being triggered, yep, those are triggers, traumas, all right, that are taking place currently. Especially those of you engaged with a lot of family time. See, a lot of families exhibiting a lot of wild behavior. What is that? You see, the behavior is because of the level of consciousness, right? The belief. Your beliefs will light lock you. This also must be shadow worked out, as Anesu said, right? Anesu said that beliefs have been programmed out. Yes, and it's a process. Welcome, Larity. How you feeling? Welcome, 𝙒𝙗𝙗𝙚. Welcome back. Welcome back, Mary Mukala. How you feeling? Okay. Once again, it's these things that we're jousting with. Luciferianism. So we're all born into it through the amniotic fluids. Because even when mommy was engaging with other things, before, when you were still a thought, before you were in conception or conceived, even father, okay, well, how do they think about children? What is their outlook? All of that is intelligence. It's memory. Guys, you need to now really get into it, because you exhibit things which you have no idea. Now you need to do 10,000 lessons. Oh, I can't really cleanse this from myself. I'm a demon. No. Okay? And Anesu was saying, all the answers we seek are within us. Precisely. All the answers are within all of us. Especially when you're fasted over the full moon, because you have the opportunity. It's ripe to be clear. While the world is chaos, chaotic, your chaos, creation. Remember, chaos and creation are one and the same thing. Nature's chaotic. It's darkness. It's black. It's dark hole. It's black hole. It's all in the book. Pre-orders available. Please. Okay? Message the Lighthouse Portal 7.11 and you'll figure out a way to now step into a position with a foundation. Once you receive the book, they're going to be shipped independently from March. Okay? So please be patient. Independent. All right? And this foundation, not just also my YouTube channel, where we have a lot of... Why is this so skewed? Yeah? That's just... A lot of the foundations of my Law of Attunement Teachings, okay, not just book one, the entire design, right? So in that there, shout out 𝙃𝙗𝙖, how you feeling? Or Kiki, yes, okay. Shout out 𝙃𝙚𝙡, how you feeling? All of these are necessary, especially because this is where we play at. Yes, my brother Word, one word. Who's my tattoo artist here, my fellow tattooist, right? Who laced the brother up nicely, gorgeously with the nowhere now here. Ankh. And then the Eye of Horus. Eye of Ra. Thokozani. More on the way. Wow, the neck's about to be done. Chess. And I'm also open for beeswax. Those of you in Johannesburg, North Johannesburg, please. Before I disappear, while we in sub-Saharan Africa cross borders, well, before the borders disappear, guys, us as Africans are rising. Mama Africa, she rising. Borders aren't going to exist. You already see what's taking place elsewhere. Bill shut his mouth
who's maiming and killing all of our children and the lovely women, we're starting to wake up to the trash he's doing, you see. So all of this means we must just raise our consciousness in balancing our feminine energy within. That's the emotions, right? Shadow work is imperative for you to know what your emotions are, so that you can open your emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence, you must see Dr. 𝙬𝙗𝙗𝙚. She does a test over years of professional women, females, in the workspaces, okay? Highly regarded in their spaces, yes. Well done, Thokozani, yes, And everything 100, everything amazing, mwah. Yet emotional intelligent only reach 13, 14. Wow. I'm angry at you because I miss you. For example. So things like that. Okay? See? It goes deeper, ladies. I'm not trying to bamboozle you. I'm not trying to shout at you. I'm saying, but this is it. You're a woman as well in a female vessel. Dr. 𝙬𝙗𝙗𝙚. She did the studies. Okay, so if a woman is there, maybe a masculine, because there's a bit of logic, might 16. I thought it was less, but no. Maybe 16, 17, 18 at max in terms of emotional intelligence. Okay, maybe 16, 15. I don't know. I haven't done the tests. But that's emotional intelligence age or maturity comparison. You see, so the vessel from 13 onwards, 12, 13, even 9, 10 now, some beings, wow, scary hours, okay? Grown vessel, bam, 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 especially in other places, in the West especially, okay? Because of their splicings, there's a lot of things they're doing with the DNA already, okay? I speak about this in the book, as well as check at Lex Stays Liquid on all of the YouTube channels and everything, all right? Lo and behold, there's wild things now taking place because the programming has been taking place. So the shadow work is not only for this lifetime, guys. Yay! We talk about the blood crystal now, Thokozani, Jesus. And we talk about DNA. We also talk about genetics, the genes. So now, all of your predispositions, all of the stuff that you thought was, oh, I'm just born into this, you can change. For showcase. Shout out Africa. How you feeling? Shout out Lesedi Mate. Shout out Lepalesa M80. You keep coming in and out. You know what? Please like the live is active with me, but also it's probably your networks as well, especially also the topic. So the way we raise the vibe is by hitting the like, guys. You must hit the like, please. For Baba Lex lab. Shout out Sipati. How you doing? Hey, how you feeling? Shout out Wandile Mwanza. We're talking shadow work. Okay, the hows, the root causes, how to get there and become well. Okay, you don't need much outside of you, anything outside of you. Just a willingness, courage. Okay, no fear. No fear. The beautiful final beings. As we are leaving the final beings, because now this network is acting a bit funny. So what we're going to do is we're going to tie up this teachings. Okay. So since we got to the root causes, amniotic fluids, okay, is one of them. Now we've moved into blood crystal, DNA and genetics, genes. What that entails while you're fasted, okay, is what comes up around your family. What are your predisposed diseases? Cancers, okay? What are your predisposed death of age? All of those things which are already told you are, and oh no, this is my bloodline, nah. All of that blah, blah, blah. Take stock of that, okay? Because once again, my fast, it's a method. It can assist you to get there. Not only just get there, you're then able and capable to heal. And then from a 0 point, and knowing You're then able to take all the information, put it into information as you see fit, then therefore go and grow your beanstalk, Jack, Jane, Thabo, Thandeka, okay? It's all about you, an inside job, okay? It's self, not just self that I am, self as in CELLPH, your potential hydrogen. Are you currently or continuously, forcefully programming yourself into acidosis, cooking, your element of fire rife? Hence why it's also a lot of anger in you, okay? You're practicing a lot of wrath, okay? If you have a question, please do ask. Balesa, no problem. Okay? A lot of anger also means that your liver is disease. You have a fatty liver. Okay? What that also means is that your gallbladder is a problem. What that also means is your adrenals are probably an issue. What that also means is Baba Lex can tell you probably have high blood pressure. Yes. Okay? What Baba Lex can also tell you is that you usually have either brain fog or a combination of brain fog, dementia, or some sort of onset dementia. Yeah. Okay, you have a lot of forgetfulness. And I'm not saying where every now and again things disappear in and out of dimensions, or you tend to every now and again forget your keys there. If it continuously happen on a month straight, you just always forgetting everything. There's a problem happening. You see what I mean? You must take stock of your cells. Your body will always have intelligence should you have the courage and the no fear and the no beliefs. Don't listen to who doesn't know and also was taught by people who don't know tell you, and also have no emotional intelligence themselves. What are you doing? You're undercutting yourself. You see, we must be emotionally intelligent about our healing, especially us Tena as Africans, Thokozani, because the time is nigh. What is time? Happy New Wrong time. That's not for us. 𝘼𝙘𝙝𝙘𝙘, it's not for us, especially us as Africans in general. Our New Year, Southern Hemisphere here, Sub-Saharan Africa, is a tropic of, it's September 22. September 22, 23. That's the transition. That's when the hydrogen is most clapping now. As the hydrogen now begins to clap further, boom, spring is sprung. Aha. You automatically feel, I must go outside. I feel like being friendly, social. That's your cells talking to you. Do you not see, guys? So our cells being backed up, in acid especially, are now talking to each other the wrong things. They're exhibiting what you exhibit outside. They're gossiping at each other. They're complaining at each other. You see, they're not speaking the real thing. They used to false light programming. You see, the plastics, the heavy metals, all of the stuff we ingest, instead of taking a fast from, even the people, places, things, all add to us not being able to know who we are. Okay? All the information within us, our cells now, cancer. What is cancer, guys? Cancer is what you call your cells being confused and fighting themselves. Huh? What? Who's that? Protect. Oh shit, that was me. See? You going for yourself. What is that? So the programming only reinforces this. Because it's man in the mirror, you see? Woman in the mirror, you see? Shout out to Buddha, how you feeling? Shout out Anesu for this question. Time is not real, it's an illusion. Precisely. It's its own dimension. I mentioned this in the book. Once again, these teachings are of the ages. It will bamboozle you, guys. Go to the lives on the replay lives on my YouTube channel. You will come out gnosis. You will know something more because you already know this, sis, gents. Okay. I just put it in information. Then you take that information and then you put it in your formation. But the best way is to be cleansed, a clear vessel. Clarified. Okay, clear knowing, not a belief. See? You're not in duality, you're not in great paradox. Shadow work, you go into mastering grand paradox. Automatic. That's mastering the third dimensional realm.
what's good for you is indeed bad. Or good morning. What? It's morning, but it's good. No. Okay? What is awake? Awake is someone's also, oh, this is John's wake. You see? So now, if you are saying I woke up, so like you woke up dead is what you're telling yourselves. Wild. Sheesh. How do you wake up dead? I'm asking for someone in the back who's as confused. See, spirit of confusion will keep you playing here. 7 Deadly Sins. It's in my book, guys. Pre-order is available. Okay? It's about 600 and something. But that's the pre-order. Because remember, look at the design. It's for those of you who can't afford it, then it's not for you. Sorry. I'm really not pushing salesman things. It will gravitate to those who are going to be, okay? But this is not the actual cover, but it's the design. It's like a grimoire, pretty much. The Law of Attunement Teachings, book 1. And it's on purpose pocket. So ungavaya nayo. You seen? No excuses. Baba Lex doesn't want excuses. Ain't no excuses no more. You seen? Y'all need to know, yeah, it's right there. Okay, cool. You see, that's for the freedom. That's for the head tops. You free your dome doing shadow work when you got the beans with you, right? The information. Boom. Nicely, and then you boom. I'm going to change the way it gets folded up, you see? Boom. Beautiful. Then at the back there, boom. You see? Flower of life. Boom. See? Embossed, debossed. This takes care. It's really higher energy, this. You see? So I've taken care. If you can't afford anything, sorry. Whoever N is, repeat what again? You must ask questions with clarity so I can give you clarity. Don't allow me to be confused because you're confused. I'm not confused. You are. Okay? Right. That's why we're here. That's why you're here. Thokozani Bonabakhulu. Official Venus. Yes, we're just showing the design of the Law of Attunement once again. For those interested, please get the pre-order link. It is about 600 and something currently. Okay? So this is what you're exchanging energy, not just the actual teachings. Okay? Book 1. You're exchanging something which, right there, okay, no matter where you move, okay, boom, pocket. From nowhere, you're now here. Bam. I must now read the Law of Attunement at the park, in nature, in solitude. I'm also now fasted. It's lunatics outside. It's a full moon such as now. They're all engaging with, what is this? 7 deadly sins, which is gluttony, greed, lust, sloth, wrath, which is uncontrolled anger, envy, pride. Everybody. So now, I'm not looking to be triggered. My trigger fingers are not happy. Okay? They are allowing my cells to act out, act up, act beyond what I'm not. Right? So therefore, shadow work now with the Law of Attunement Teachings, book 1, as well as some of the lives, the free resources available. You're now able to consciously know how. Right? Baba Lex told you. It's also in the book. Right? Root causes is how we get there, beloveds. Right? Amniotic fluid.